Good morning, sweethearts. Good morning. So lovely to see you here all. Tony, Zander, Andrea, Felix, Klaus, and Anand. So cool, so cool. Um, yeah, before we start the show, I want to simply share that this brunch Sunday meeting is going to be in the evening from next Sunday on. So it's going to be always every Sunday, 8 p.m., of course, when possible, if possible. And if there is an interest to join, just feel free to contact us. So no matter whom here, just let us know. We will send you the Zoom link. And yeah, cool. Just this. Okay, I'm as always curious to hear sharings. Maybe there is something someone wants to share. Just feel free.
The silence.
Or maybe I will start. Maybe I will start. Sweethearts and Berlientje, thanks to your groovy car ride movies, there is like I guess the day before yesterday, the first snow was falling, right? I was just in this groovy reggae move and totally grooving up in the kitchen for for bloody 30 minutes. I totally enjoyed the show. Not even being able to eat my breakfast. So
Sorry about that.
well, it's fine, sweetheart. I totally enjoyed myself. Totally, believe me. I wished you were there so we could dance together in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
like
I was
dancing.
dancing with you as well, Rosa. I've been in my kitchen listening to your rhythm music.
Cool, 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 very cool. Andrea, sweetheart. So, question is popping up here.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
does how does it feel? How does it feel now to be a wifey, having a husband officially?
Hungry.
Are you pregnant?
No, I can't do that anymore. That's all finished. No, but I can't stop eating. It's so funny. I don't know what happened. The day I got married was the day I started filling my face. So I think I'm going to become a fat wife. And there's
Mm.
not a lot you can do about it because now we're married. What are you going to do? Divorce me over my fatness? Like, oh well.
Oh, sweetheart. You're killing me. You're killing me, but listen, you are not alone. Here is
No.
also a lot of eating happening, and
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Even without marrying someone.
Yeah, I think it's the squirrelness in me. It's like I'm stocking up for winter really, but it's just coincided with like getting married. And now Darren's looking at me going, I'm gonna knock that ch chocolate biscuit out of your hand.
Sweetheart, let's go. Let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper, get psychological. It's of
Yeah, let's
course
go.
the fear of this situation of being married. So this is just a
That's
coping mechanism to eat more. Let's be honest. Let's nail the thing, girl.
it. Oh my God, you're so true. I found out, like
Well,
literally.
you can't eat this away. You can't. You can't eat this away. Sorry.
But yeah, say
That's
please
it.
say hi to Darren. Say hi to
I
Darren
will.
and tell
I
him that
will.
he's always invited, no matter if in the pocket or outside the pocket, whatever. This is just
Oh
his.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're looking forward to Darren's appearance on here. He's at barracks at the moment, so in a few weeks we'll actually all be living together and everything will be as normal. And then you will see the appearance of Darren. And yeah, it's good
Cool,
fun. Good fun.
cool, cool, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, Tony, do you want to share something?
Uh, I was thinking a little before the meeting. I was thinking, what are these meetings about? I don't remember what what were we speaking about. I don't know. I don't know. And so amazing because everything is allowed, no?
Yeah,
Because this everything encompasses. Then not knowing, we don't know what are we speaking about and what are we going to speak. And this marvelous, no? That's the not knowing. And these days, yesterday and the day before yesterday, I have read some writings of Sanders and Andrea speaking about this and the nothing, and so beautiful, so beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
is the way that confirms that sometimes words are able to evoke the ineffable. Sometimes I think that the mystery, the ineffable, is not speakable. There are not words, but
No.
at the same time, there are words, because the magic of words is not logical, is not rational, is not horizontal. The
Yeah.
words allow this also. And
Yeah.
well, this is what we are here about, no?
So
Because,
Tony, when
yes,
listening to you, I get the slight impression that this is about something, that there is a something to get and to put it in my pocket and or in my mouth and to get satisfied.
no, there isn't,
No?
there isn't.
That's what words do. They tangle you into these ideas, don't they? But like words are, I see words and everything I write, it's just art. That's all it is. It's neither to be agreed with or disagreed with. It's either going to evoke like feelings or whatever, like or something or nothing, and it doesn't matter. Like when I write, well, I'm not writing. It's just appearing. Like I
Going
can't give
out.
it a
Just,
word.
yeah, yeah.
You know what
Yes,
I mean? Because you don't sit like this conversation now or me speaking now. It's not like I'm thinking, right, I've got to say this, do this, move this, change that thought. There's none of that. So it's whatever it is, it's already art. So then we come down to life being art, don't we? So it's beautiful and ugly.
yes.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweethearts and Delinthian, how is it with you, sweetheart? With all those beautiful bullshit coming out.
Uh, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I just love it. I'm totally in love from the very
Well,
beginning.
that's it.
Yeah, with the whole, I don't know, also the nature movies you're doing also now. Thanks for this amazing, stunning view there. I love it. I wished I would be there next to you in the car, sweetheart, really.
Mm.
Putting on putting on the reggae music and just go. Yeah.
Yeah, and when it comes to magic, there isn't something else. There's nothing to talk about as something which is outside of this, which is hidden.
No.
This is the magic. This is ordinariness. And there isn't even a this to be magical or ordinary. That's the joke.
Beautiful.
And the joke is on no one.
Felix, that cup is as big as your head.
A big man needs a big cup. Oh
Big
ja,
cup.
Pilaitje.
He
Cheers.
he lost it. He lost the hare, the
Yeah,
I
hazel.
don't know, but I think you've just lost a dog, Sandra. I just saw what's in charge of the house.
No, he was thinking the rabbit passed the car, but he didn't.
Uh,
The
yeah, yeah.
rabbit went the other way, I saw.
sweet.
Oh, to be a dog.
Oh. Yeah, sweetheart Zanderlientje, and back to the art, which is playing out there. I call it simply art. All those movies,
Mm.
all the stuff you are blubbering there, which is coming out. It's simply amazing. It's beautiful. And here is this in loveness, and also just for no reason posting it, sharing it, just sharing this beauty for no reason at all, like Tony said, what are we doing here? What is this? I would say it's art. It's simply art. It's
Mhm.
enjoying yourself. Um, uh, yeah, it's everything already.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want, basically, right? It doesn't matter. You can
Yep.
call it art. You can call it bullshit.
Yep. Some
Like
people call it
Andrea saying,
oneness and God and all sorts
oneness.
of other
Yes,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
whatever, whatever. No one knows. No one to know. I can see the moment you speak, you get lost in the nonsense, don't you? No one knows. There's no one to know. Like you just start falling down rabbit holes.
Yeah, it's basically another knowing that no one knows. I
Yeah,
mean, in the
exactly.
end, it.
The moment you speak,
So,
it is bullshit. That is it. It's arty bullshit.
mm.
Come on.
Well, this need to know may just simply stop. The need to know may just simply go. But there's already no one separated owning the need to know, able
Okay,
to
wait,
let it
wait,
go.
sweetheart. The need to know. So you mean like maybe the need to know how to do my job in order to to earn money. This is just a practical thing, right? Or the need to know what is this about? What is life about? Why am I here? What is this game about? You mean like this? This need to know?
Oh yes. Well, even there can be a lack of interest in wanting to know how to perform at work.
But both are
I
the
knew.
same, really,
That
aren't
too is
they?
just simply this. I mean, but
Because the
but
need
the
to know
need.
how to do, sorry,
Andrea?
the
Uh,
need to know to do something at work is no different to the need to know. It's just the narrative of what is
exactly.
already happening. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we say to ourselves, like, oh, I need to learn how to do this. Like with me, I've just started learning how to use CapCut and wanting to make reels and do voiceovers and, beautiful little videos and things. And so you kind of, there's kind of like this narration that goes, oh, I need to know how to do this, or I need to know what this is, or whatever. But
That's
ultimately,
it.
yeah, it's the same nothingness talking nonsense. There is nothing. It's just happening. Whatever it is happening. And then there's a voiceover, like in my reels. There's like this voiceover that says seems to like sound like it knows what it wants or what it wants to do. But that's just bullshit. That's just utter nonsense you know so
Mm.
people say like, yeah, you still need to know. No, you don't. You're already, it's already happening, it's already occurring, and then there's a voiceover. I think maybe.
Why
Klaus,
is
sorry, sweetheart. Go on.
I don't think it's so much about knowing or not knowing in that sense. It's not about something which because there's nothing else. It's about there's nothing else which it is about or not. This is it already. It's already
Yeah,
just simply this, nothing else. So even the idea that it is about something or nothing is already not nothing else. Um, and the need to know if this is happening or not may just simply stop. The need to go down the rabbit hole or whatever um, may stop. But there's already no you separated from the rabbit hole. There's just a rabbit hole, so to say, and not even. There isn't a
yeah.
thing called the rabbit hole or a thing called this. But it doesn't matter.
At the same time,
Oh,
it matters, and
Oh yes,
neither.
if it
Yeah,
matters, it matters. If it doesn't
yeah,
matter, it's just.
yeah.
yeah,
There is one
If it
thing,
matters, it
I
doesn't
think.
matter either.
yeah.
Then the moment the needing to know, especially this, well, no, all things, because I found that out the other day when I was learning to use CapCut, the software. But
Okay.
there's like, there is a relaxation when there's no longer a need to find out. Everything just becomes, I don't know, it's just, I don't know what I'm trying to point to here. Like there's the difficultness, the hardness seems to not be so much. Like I used to struggle a lot in the world, trying to understand the world as a human being. and then later as whatever this is, what is this? And then also learning new things. Like my brain doesn't function in the same way most others do, I don't think. But when I realized that there was nothing, nothing to know, no one to know, I can't know what this is, and I can't, I can't get to. Then I realized it was all kind of mechanical, like it was all kind of happening. And in that, the anxiety and the stress that I used to feel, because I was always very like hyped up nervous system, that seems to be a lot healthier now. So the body is much healthier now because there isn't this like pressure that I've got to know, I've got to learn, I've got to do this. Do you know what I mean? I need to get to the bottom of this or whatever. I don't know. Just a
Yeah.
observation.
Hearing this, sweetheart, it's really like as if the body in a way naturally calms down, finding
Yeah.
maybe new also ideas. If you connect the thoughts, the ideas, the belief systems with the body, even
Yeah.
saying, well, what is this here without any
Yeah.
talk? So it's in a way maybe calming the system already.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just a beautiful dance, a beautiful play of what to
Yeah.
say. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I can also say that here this body mind complex calmed down more.
Yeah.
It's more calm. It's more. I was also very, and now,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of fear, anxiety stuff just simply went.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it's just yeah, coming and going, very
And
natural.
the appearance, like how you once upon a time, because I was often referred to like, I don't know whether you guys have Marmite. It's like Vegemite in America. So it's like a food and it's like really gross. So people say you
Yes.
like Marmite, you either love it or you hate it kind of thing. And so I was that person that you either really liked or you really disliked. And that was kind of part of my fear and stuff like this. But then once all that fell away, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I know I can appear one day, it just
Yeah,
didn't matter anymore.
yeah, I know.
So there is that, I guess.
Good morning, Kata, sweetheart. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Klaus,
Started
you
from
want to
my
share something?
Yes, yes, I can confirm what has been said here. There's a lot of
You're frozen. What a beauty. That's it. I'm just comparing the landscapes from Zanderlintjen's view and Anand. In a
Klaus
way,
is back.
quite similar both. A road leading to nowhere, a snow landscape, and yeah. Klaus, you're back?
Yes, yes. I was just trying to say that yes, I can confirm that it's all about the decreasing of a lot of thoughts patterns. You can call it the inner monologue, The mind can be very active and produce a lot of thoughts, preoccupations, worries, regrets about the past. And all of a sudden, all this functioning can decrease. And so there is no such a preoccupation as before, or there is no concerning about a lot of things. And of course, this can have a physical consequence, meaning that, sorry, meaning that the body is quite relaxed, in this state of mind. And of course, this may vary. Nothing is given for granted. But for the moment, yes, I can report the same thing as the lady said before. The mind chatting is not so thick, So in that sense, you can talk about relaxation, yes.
Yeah, and at the same time, it can also appear that it was always relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That there was no shift from
Yes.
so-called unrelaxed to relaxed.
Yeah.
That's
Silence
why
is
You know, in
always
all
not
there.
much
cases,
talking about shifts because there was no shift.
Yeah.
Yes.
you can
That's
talk
very
about you can talk about patterns changing constantly, and then in the end, you notice somehow you come to notice that having a very busy mind, chatting mind, or not, the total opposite, having a quiet mind, it doesn't change a thing because in both cases, it's already this performing as chatting mind or relaxed mind. So what is the difference? So here there is kind of a total acceptance. If the mind is very blah 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 all the time, what's wrong with it? There is no need to attain a peaceful state of mind because if you look at the quality or the changement or the what you can attain from it, there's no difference. Quiet mind or chatting mind, what is the difference? So there's kind of a total openness to whatever may arise here. So there is no concernment, you know. Yeah, beautiful.
Yes, of course. And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with concernment either. If
Yes.
there's concernment, then there's concernment.
So even the concerning, be very concerning as a person. Yes, it may arise. What's wrong with it? Beautiful. Life at play, you know, life expressing as being preoccupied or having.
Oh,
Well, it sounds almost like there is a thing called life which is expressing as concernment, but that's just another story. I mean, there isn't a thing called life. It's the same with saying it's nothing appearing as everything, or life appearing as false. There isn't something which is life, which is hidden, which is appearing as sitting in a Zoom meeting.
Oh yes, same
But of
thing
course,
for.
of course, the words seem to have a so-called dualistic nature. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
way to avoid sounding dualistic. Um, and of course, I understand that you are not meaning that there's something else which is life appearing as this. I mean, which
Yes,
is this itself already.
there's nothing separated doing the things, you know.
Yes,
So
exactly.
if you're searching for a God in the background or life performing or manifesting from
Yes,
a
exactly.
hidden place, there's
Yes,
not
exactly.
there's not such a thing. Yeah.
No, no, but it can be heard in that way, and that's already
Yes.
just also what it is. Then
Yes.
people
Yes.
people think the nothing is the more real than how it is appeared, and that nothing is what you really are. But there's nothing
Yeah. Yeah.
outside of the scope of what already is to be you or to not be you.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
an
can
old
say that's
story
that's just
concerning.
you.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that a lot before. This old story about being nothing
Yes.
and doing the witness and then becoming something. So it's like if there is a nothing manifesting as this apparent
Yes.
reality. Yes, that's an old story tied to traditional Advaita Vedanta, Hinduism, and stuff like that. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, um, what it seems to do is that something which is not separated is separated by saying that you are the observer outside. So all those so-called teachings are doing is trying to divide something which is basically already not two. So
Yeah, yeah,
instead of
and that's where
they
that's where
place
the
you as
seeking.
they try to place you outside of the scope of things, outside of this, and try to put you in a safe space where you are the so-called watcher, which
Yeah,
is just something else. And this
this
may
is,
seem to give a beautiful
yeah,
relaxation, but there's no one able to hold it up. There's no one able to stay in that state.
exactly.
You said it
This is
there. It's
simple.
a state. It's just a state, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just as it's a beautiful teaching. It's a beautiful new concept. And when it's new for you, when you hear it for this happened here with me, I heard it for the first time, and this was like, wow, wow, this was so helpful in a way. And I
Mm.
loved it. I loved it until I didn't anymore. So
Same.
it resonates as long as it resonates, and then no, and then it's the next. And here, what
Yeah.
is this? Just more concept, just more ideas, just more thoughts. And it's no difference in this year. It's just blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Exactly is the other blah blah.
So
It
so
appeared as the cure to the trauma that I had gone through and the resistance to the world. I
Yeah.
found everything so loud, so difficult, became really scared of making choices. Like, obviously, I'm just using the words here. And so when I found that, that was what calmed everything down. And then
The
the
safe landing
calming,
spot, the safe landing spot, the observer,
yeah, that's it.
like
Yeah.
being
And then
untouchable. Yeah.
that's it. That's it. And then that point, it was such in talking in time, it was such a short space when then everything was seen through and all the concepts, like it didn't matter. Nothing,
Yeah.
everything just gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was, but in the same way, like I used the analogy about like a hurricane wind, it comes from nowhere, it's devastating, and then it's gone and it never existed. And that's that. It's just finished.
Mhm.
No idea. I guess I was just a thunderstorm. I don't know.
Tony, sweetheart, you want to add something to this?
Yes, I think that sometimes we speak about people, and the way that people understand or misunderstand or think or believe, but we don't know. There's no such a thing, people. No. Of course, there's a possibility of misunderstanding that nothing is becoming, arising as another thing labeled as everything. But uh, is nothing being everything, put in this way. This is nothing being, not arising, not something hidden that arises and becomes. No, this is nothing and everything. Yep, it's like this. And speaking about the shift, I always say that here has never been a shift, a dropping, or a change,
Yeah.
an after and a before. But at the same time, yes, of course, because there used to be an angst here, suffering. My 20s, my 30s, my 40s, only suffering. But this is a story
Yeah.
because here is the same thing if you want. Living is, let's say, suffering, but
Yeah.
it's not suffering at all. It's so wow,
It's
life,
exactly the
life.
same, Tony. Like I would say the same thing, like there was no shift. But yet if I talk about the story, there's gonna sound like there was a shift. And
Yes,
I could now say there's no suffering. But that suffering, like everything, we could have World War III tomorrow and I see the arms and legs blown off loads of people I love and care about, and then there's gonna be huge suffering again, right? So I can only report what seems to have been, and what apparently is. But even that, like, I don't know really whether that I'm just not recording the suffering. I could have arteries blocking at the moment and have a heart attack tomorrow. So my body is going through suffering that I'm not even aware of, like, so it's just nonsense. Anything we say or think about anything is just bullshit.
Yes, yes, and then again, it's not about suffering or not suffering. There's no separated someone who is suffering.
Yeah.
In a way, you are the suffering, but there's no you to be the suffering already. That's just suffering, and you can call
That's
it
it.
just this. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a word
Um,
that we put to something that we
yes,
don't know what it is. Like we don't
exactly.
know. We don't know. Like we were told when we were little, oh, you're suffering. Do you know what I mean? So we're like, oh, this feeling, these thoughts, this means I'm suffering, but we don't know what suffering is, do we? Not really. Like how it feels for the apparent me and how it feels for the apparent you could be completely different, but given the same
We have
word.
no clue.
No,
Yeah,
no clue. So
totally
let's go
beautiful.
back to Tony. Why do we have these conversations? No idea. We love talking bullshit.
So
Bullshit
beautiful.
happens.
Just here, just sitting here, seeing all those beautiful faces and no faces, and the smile, the voices. It's so beautiful. It's just like, wow, what to say. Here, here was simply this intrinsic drive. Also, when I was younger, a child, always in a way to express this booming aliveness, no matter if in poetry, when I was living in Bulgaria, I just actually wrote, I guess I have some of the poems here. It was really like describing the falling of the leaf from the tree. I can remember. This was the content of the poems.
You need to
And
post this stuff. I want to read it, Rosa.
it's in Bulgaria, sweetheart. I have to translate. I have to translate, but it doesn't matter. But I just remembered this. So he was always this in love with life, and
Yeah,
even the full-on hard times, yeah, where really it was pain in the ass, full-on
yeah,
suffering. Even this couldn't stop me to boom out about this booming
wow,
aliveness. Yeah,
that's
it
amazing.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is here in a way, this is it about. If I put it like this, what is this about?
Yeah,
It's about the fucking freedom of being exactly who you are, what you think you are or not, and expressing yourself fully or not.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I found it like from a child absolutely terrifying. Everything was terrifying, scared of everything. Quite an introvert, naturally an introvert. But yeah, I didn't, even from like when I was little, I used to sit in my room crying. And I remember my dad coming in saying, "What's the matter?" I don't know. I just
Oh,
don't like it. I didn't
sweetheart.
like, I didn't like it at all. So it was always, life was always, and if I'm honest, it's still kind of scary too. Like I
Oh
keep
yeah.
doing it. Like there was many years I thought life was actually trying to kill me.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Of course. What
But
else?
yeah,
What else?
it's really intense though. It's like everything is like really loud. Like I'm really like closed. Like my sensory stuff is like overloaded.
Yeah.
So busy places, hard clothes, foods, like all these kind of things. Like I get sensory overload really, really easily.
Mm,
So yeah, it's always been booming. Is the right
mm,
word. It's always
mm,
been booming and quite
mm.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, and then here it I can also describe it like you describe it, but it's different, of course, a bit different. And here was just simply this hopelessness to hold it, to save myself. I
Yeah.
couldn't anymore control to continue to save myself. It was impossible. So there
Yeah.
was in a way the seeing that there is no one who controls the show.
Yes.
And this is the brutal, in a way, law